Hello makers! In this video I'm going to go over my latest Premier yarn haul. I've got a few types of yarns in my quest to find us new yarn sources with Joann Fabrics closing. So let's get started and see what I have. Hello friends, I am back with another yarn haul because I'm trying to find options of what you can order online since Joann has closed, depending when you watch this, and we're very limited now to yarns that we can access depending where you live. So I'm in a big city and I should have access to lots of yarn, but sadly there's not a lot of option where I live. Michael's, for I think most of us, the yarn selection is not great. And what else do I have? I have Hobby Lobby, and I know some people don't like to shop there. And they have, while the selection's decent, they don't have everything. So I ordered from Premier Yarn. I have not used their yarns before other than these Dollar Tree. So I've used the Dollar Tree cotton, and I did a review on this probably, I don't know, 2 years ago. And it's fine. These are definitely value yarns. It's softer than Crafter's cotton. It's a little, I would say it's splitty more than other cotton yarns, which I know the way cotton is wound, it can split a little bit, but it's soft. And if this is what you have access to, if this fits your budget, I think it would be fine for a summer crochet garment even. It is that soft and it has a drape. So if your stitch is a drapey stitch, it's fine. And then the just worsted, perfectly fine. Has a nice spring to it. It's softer than the Red Heart that I've used. I haven't used a lot of Red Heart. I've just used the ombre, and it's all right. I know some people love it. Use what you like. But let's look at the regular Premier yarn. So I got their value yarn, and I got 2 cotton yarns because that's mainly what I use. Use a lot of cotton, and then for blankets, I use acrylic. So this is the basics line. They have a huge color range. Some of the colors, I gotta say, they're really gorgeous. This is the Aran. Yeah, oh yeah, it's nice. This, I'm gonna have to work up a swatch. This feels somewhere between the Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, which honestly, it's my favorite blanket yarn. It's got such a nice springy feel. It's soft like that one is, but it's with a hint of Super Saver. And these are on sale at the time of purchase. I want to say $2.99. I'm going to put the prices up on the screen of what I paid. I've got pine. So I'm going to give you a little secret right now that I have a crochet along coming, a Christmas in July. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe or sign up for my newsletter because it's going to be like nothing you've ever seen. And it'll be a fun project for the community in the summer when we don't have a lot going on. Well, depending where you are. Summer's kind of quiet for me. Very nice. So I want to look at these cotton yarns. Nice burgundy. Okay, so this is Cotton Sprout. So this is very much like, I can already tell, like the Hobby Lobby. I love this cotton, which personally, I love that cotton. But yes, I wanted to try it, and I think this color, it looks so gorgeous on screens. This is a category 4, and this color is Hunter Green. Isn't that pretty? So it's a deep bluish green, very nice. And if you contrast that with this pine green, you can see how much more blue it has in it. Just wow, gorgeous. And then this is a category 3 mercerized cotton. Isn't that gorgeous? Can you tell I love greens? And good greens for me are hard to find. And I saw this and it looks exactly like it does on my screen when I was ordering. So this is spring green. I believe that's I remember the color name correctly. Yep. So you see here, category 3. And it recommends, let me see the hook size, 3.75 millimeter, or the right hook size for the stitch you're making for the drape that you want. So this I'm thinking for a garment. Oh, how pretty. And the yarn, because it feels kind of small, the skein. That's because it's about half the size I'm used to getting. So it's 1.75 ounces. Normally you'll find yarn in 3.5 ounce skeins. Very nice. And I'll put the price up on the screen. And then I saw this color called Time. Isn't that pretty? It's a pretty bluish green. I just wanted to see what it looked like. So I got this kind of as a one-off, and if I liked it, I would buy more, maybe do a blanket with it. How nice. Okay, let me work up a swatch with the basics and see how it does, if it splits, if it continues to feel soft once it's been stitched, and I'll be back with that. All right, so the first yarn I'm going to look at, because it's my favorite, is cotton yarn. So I have the cotton sprout, and this is a basic soft cotton. And this is absolutely what I use the most in my designs. So this is good for garments and for home items like your dishcloths, your dish towels. It makes a nice soft, flexible drape. I don't know that I'd be quick to make this into a washcloth because I wouldn't want it to get wet, but I do use this type of cotton for my spa set and my towels because it's so soft and flexible. I usually use crafter's cotton for my dishcloths, but you use what you like. All right, this is identical to, I love this cotton, which is currently my favorite cotton. I use so much of this. Now they're both made in Turkey. Probably the same manufacturer, made in Turkey. Textile industry and yarns and all that, that's a big business in that country here, made in Turkey. So the likelihood that these are going to go up in price because of what's going on currently in the world, in the United States with, is slim. We might get a small increase, but I wouldn't worry about the yarn supplies too much going up in price. We shall see. I can't predict the future. Okay, so we've got the yardage, let's see, 180, and here 165, 3.5 ounce, and where's my grams? 100 grams, 100 grams. Now the cotton sprout has some different colors to what I Love This Cotton has. They've got the same basic tones, your black, white, gray, some of the neutral beige tones, taupe, things like that, but they also have some other colors, and some of the colors that are no longer made in I Love This Cotton are available in Cotton Sprout. So do look at that. Now the price point, this is pricier. This runs $4.99 on the website, and I Love This Cotton runs $3.79. This, I think we might see this go up to $3.99, and it goes on sale every other week. So for a small project, that may not matter much, but if you're making maybe a larger garment, it will add up. I'm not telling anyone how to spend their money. I just want to inform you about pricing differences if you're price sensitive. All right, let's look at the next yarn. All right, so next I want to look at the mercerized cotton. So if you have not used mercerized cotton before, it's a more polished, finished looking type of cotton. It's not going to let off the dust that a more basic cotton would, or even the cotton sprout I just showed you. This is going to be for garments generally, especially this one, because this is a category 3. It's not a category 4 cotton, which you might know the Lion Brand 24/7. I'll put a shot of that up. And with that, I've made some home decor items. My Camellia handbag is made with 24/7 cotton. I just think it gives a nicer look that's not going to, over time, look as worn as using a regular cotton. I've got my Harvest set pot holders and matching or coordinating coasters. I'll put a picture of that up. It's got such gorgeous stitch definition. And I've made a poncho with 24/7 cotton. Now it's kind of heavy to be using for such a large garment, but it's fine. I love it. I wear it every summer. And then this one I'm going to design a garment with it as well. Now, this is a little bit pricier where mercerized cotton is concerned. This is 1.75 ounce, so it's half the size of what we traditionally see. So for reference, the Lion brand 24/7 and Hobby Lobby has the Yarn Bee fundamental cotton, which is the same thing as the Lion brand, similar price point, similar colors. It's a lovely yarn, but it's 3.5 ounces, and the price runs between $4.99 and $6.99 per ball, not on sale. So this being $3.99 for half the size and a smaller weight, the category 3, it's going to be pricier. That's another reason I would probably not use it for anything other than a garment. But if you want to splurge a little, make a lovely garment with it, this seems like a good option. All right, so let's look at our powerhouse yarn that most of us in the community use pretty regularly, which is 7 ounce skein of acrylic yarn category 4. This is, beginner yarn, learner yarn. It's yarn we love for blankets and bigger projects. It's a good price and it's readily available among so many different brands. And I'm going to compare it to 2 other pretty popular yarns here in the US and the Just Yarn. So first let's do the 2 brands together. So this is what is made, I believe it's just made for Dollar Tree. So it's a small amount. It's that half ball size, just like that mercerized cotton I was just looking at. So this, if you buy 4 of these, it will equal the same weight as the bigger ball, and it's more expensive. This would be $5 for 4 of these at the $1.25 price point, and it feels pretty much the same. I don't feel a lot of difference. They meaning Premier, does sell Just Yarn on their site, the Just Yarn name, compared to the Basics line. I don't know what's different. I'm gonna look, but it could be the colors are different. I don't know. So that's that. This is perfectly good yarn though. If you just need a small amount and you don't want all this extra yarn laying around when you're done, because that's not fun and it can be a little stressful. What am I gonna do with my extra yarn? This is a good way to go. All right, so now I'm gonna compare it to these other 2. So Big Twist, since we're losing Joann, I adore this color and I'm hoping to find it from someone else at some point. But the Big Twist value, I think this was running $3.99 and it was on sale quite often. It's pretty much the standard price. And this isn't a great yarn, but it's a solid choice. It's good. I like this because I like this stone color. And then my favorite blanket yarn currently, which I might change my mind after using the Basics, is the I Love This yarn, and this is, I think this is $4.99, and then it's on sale every other week, 30% off. So what is that, $3.79? Lovely colors, nice selection. It's easy to find for some of us who live near a location that sells this. You can get it on Amazon. I believe it's more expensive there, but that's another way to source it. And then now the Basics, Premier Basics. And this is $3.99. I'll put the card up with the price and it goes on sale. Now their colors, dare I say, are a little bit better, the selection of colors, than the I Love This yarn color. Some of the colors in this line, I know it's personal preference, but I'm giving my opinion. I don't love all of the colors. I do like most of them though. Now Premier has, what really stands out to me is the natural colors. So everything from a cream tone into the mid brown tones, they have a lovely selection. Just lovely. If you're looking for skin tones for projects, or you just like that kind of natural boho look, definitely check this out. So I'm gonna stitch up a little bit. This is the Thyme color, thyme like the herb. And it's similar, I thought it might be similar to the Spa color in the I Love This Yarn line, but this has more green in it. The Spa has more blue in it. And I'm a green fanatic, so I wanted to grab some. All right, let's stitch a little. I'm using a 5.5 millimeter, which is recommended on the label. And yes, it's working up very much like the I Love This Yarn works up. It's got that kind of bouncy, squishy feel, which is why I like it for blankets so much. And then if you use a smaller hook, of course, like for your amigurumi, you're going to get a nice tight stitch. And on the website, I don't know if you'll notice when I put up a picture, the yarn looks a little disheveled maybe. It doesn't look smooth, but in person it is smooth. I don't know if they did that, enhance the photos maybe a little bit to give an idea of what it's going to be like in person before posting it, but in person I'm finding it quite smooth. Now it feels maybe 10% less refined than the I Love This cotton. And you can see when you look at it, they're the same weight, but together this looks more expansive. Now let's look at the yardage. 359 yards, 355 yards. Grams, 199, 200. Very similar, but it's just the tightness of the weaving when they're doing the plies and putting them together. This has just a smoother look. Now I haven't used Super Saver. I think I mentioned that at the start of this. So if you're a Super Saver lover, let me know why you love that yarn. I've only used the ombre for one of my blankets. Super Saver actually is not readily available, even though I'm in a big city. I rarely see it. They had it at Joann's and I would never end up buying it because I was in there for something else. Or I would go with the Big Twist value line. Yeah, this is working up nicely. I think it would be great for a blanket. It's soft, not scratchy, no splitting. It's not fraying as I work. Stiff definition is okay. Of course, it's not like mercerized cotton, but when you've got a value yarn, you can't really expect that. Yeah, I like it. And I'll have it in my upcoming, the crochet along I'm doing in July for us. It will be in one of the items. It's a collection. Yeah, it's very nice. So I'm going to put up some of the natural colors that I'm liking on the website just so you can get an idea of what's a little bit different about this and if you want to order it. Now you do need a minimum to get the free shipping, and it's $75 for the United States, and then your order to Canada needs to be $100 worth of product to get the free shipping. Otherwise, the shipping starts at $10. $9.99. I didn't buy $75 worth, so I had to pay the $9.99 shipping. And it does not ship fast. It took them 8 business days even to get it packed and ready to go. But once it shipped, because I'm so close to where the location is, they're in North Carolina, it got to me in about 3 days. So you want to plan on that. And if you do use the I Love This yarn and you have to mail order it, what's your shipping time like? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious about that. And if there's another value yarn you like that is not Red Heart Premier or I Love This yarn, let me know what that is, and I'd like to take a look at it.